Hello, welcome to week 4 of the League of Average Vatos Power Rankings. Week 4 was very exciting with some close and exciting matchups. Some of the highlights this week included a high-scoring shootout between TDs for Harambe and Sharks Don't Need H2O, with TDs for Harambe reigning victorious. Also, Team Soul Train managed to pull together his first win of the season over Boulevard Ballers. Now, with our recap out of the way, let's move on to this week's rankings. All right, at number 10, we have Boulevard Ballers. After week 4, Boulevard Ballers is our only winless team, which places him at the bottom of our rankings. He may have a solid chance to pick up his first win this week playing my team, which has been underperforming recently and has also been riddled with injuries. So we'll see if he can pick up that win. At number 9, we have Team Soul Train. So Team Soul Train was able to pick up his first win last week versus Boulevard Ballers. So let's see if he can rise up in the rankings with some wins versus some tougher opponents. At number 8, we have Team Garcia. I'd first off like to give this guy a huge round of applause for his recent engagement. And I'm sure he's hoping to be celebrating more this weekend with another win. At number 7, we have the Big Gronkowski. His team had a weak start to the season, but it looks like they've been picking up some strength, and he's paving the way for himself to make a solid playoff push. At number 6, we have TDs for Harambe. It looks like his team was finally able to prove themselves this week, scoring the most amount of points. So if he keeps doing this, he should definitely be a playoff contender. At number 5, my ball, Zach Ertz. I'm just in pain, man. That's all you got to know. All right, at number 4, we have the Fantasy Fucker. Despite being the only undefeated team in the league, he may not actually be the best in terms of actual fantasy performance. His team ranks 8th in points scored and is 1st in points scored against. But if luck stays on his side, playoffs should be all but guaranteed, but championship looking questionable at this point. All right, at number 3, we have the Professor's Payback. His team has slowly been rising up the rankings every week, and his team is also proving to be one of the better teams in the league. So that places him at number 3. All right, at number 2, we have the Girly Gates. In week 4, his team suffered his first loss of the season, but we should all view this as just a small setback. Without a doubt, his team is definitely a championship contender. All right, at number 1, we have Sharks Don't Need H2O. Despite being 2-2, I think right now, Sharks could be seen as the toughest team in the league. His record could be easily 3-1 if he didn't play the top point scorer this week. And no one's looking forward to playing Sharks any week this season. So that places him at number 1. All right, for our fantasy matchup of the week, we have Sharks Don't Need H2O versus the Girly Gates. Our top 2 teams in my power rankings are facing off this week, so it looks like whoever wins could be number 1. And with that all out of the way, that concludes this week's power rankings show. Make sure you stay tuned for next week, which will be week 5, to see where everyone else stacks up. But for now, my ball, Zach Ertz, out.